So you're saying that it's in the little time of trouble. So when you say little time of trouble, can you explain when does the little time of trouble start and when does it end?
The little time of trouble starts
When?
the image of the NSL.
At the National Sunday Law. And when does it conclude? At the general close of probation. And then from the general close of probation,
Then God promises us, because we did the preparation for the little time of trouble. In the great time of trouble, that's when you will flee to the mountains, and that's when your bread and water will be sure.
So the great time of trouble, you're saying, is when we must flee to the mountains.
Yes.
So the country living is not our final destination.
No.
It's not so let me ask, so little time of trouble, how am I going to get food?
We have to prepare now.
Planting. A great time of trouble, how am I going to get food? Angels. This is what inspiration says. So from the National Sunday Law to the general close of probation, we're going to have our own food, growing our own food. But once probation closes, why do we have to leave the country property? Because God's judgments are falling. The wicked have no food now because God's judgments are falling on everything, water, everything. They're going to look at our property. They got food there. Guess what they're going to come and do? Take the property. What does God now say? Now he says, I protect you. When you flee, you leave that, and then God sends angels now to come. And angels feed. Now, what we've just delineated can be found in the book Early Writings. Early Writings page, what is the page? Early Writings, page 85. Early Writings, page 85 will show you that the little time of trouble is from the National Sunday Law and the latter rains poured out to the general close of probation. The great time of trouble you can read about God feeding us is Early Writings, page 56. Yes, Early Writings, page 56. Now, I want to ask you, if people are being stubborn and they're saying we are not leaving the cities. We're not leaving the cities. Question, if Noah was stubborn and said, I'm not building an ark, what would have happened to Noah? Noah would have died, he would have drowned in the flood. Early Writings, page 56, she's talking about the great time of trouble. She says, the Lord has shown me repeatedly that it is contrary to the Bible to make any provisions for our temporal wants in the time of trouble. So in this time of trouble, she says, God does not want us to make provision. It's contrary to his plan. Then she says, I saw that if the saints had food laid up by them or in the fields in the time of trouble, when sword, famine, and pestilence are in the land, it would be taken from them by violent hands, and strangers would reap their fields. Then will be the time for us to trust wholly in God. He will sustain us. I saw that our bread and water will be sure at that time, and that we would not lack or suffer hunger. For God is able to spread a table for us in the wilderness. If necessary, he would send ravens to feed us as he fed Elijah, or rain manna from heaven as he did for the Israelites. So it's going to charge her. So we can see in the great time of trouble, God says our bread and water will be sure. But Country Living, page 9, she says when the Sunday law is enforced, she says we need to be already in the country. Why? For the future, the problem of buying and selling will be serious. Growing our own food. So this is what we can see. That's Country Living, page 9. We can even, Country Living, page 9 tells us exactly as this chart has it. Country Living, page 9 plus page 21. You'll see this. And then for this period, you can say, yes, we got it Early Writings 56.